So I just wanted to give you a quick heads up on my new Quick Tunes set of lessons. Set 3 includes lessons on Autumn Leaves, On the Street Where You Live, and Sugar. Now, these lessons are available at beginningsax.com, or you can subscribe at randyhunterjazz.vhx.tv for access to all of my lessons. Now, keep in mind, we're not really working at learning the melodies on these tunes. What we're out to do is learn to improvise or solo on these tunes. So each one of the lessons includes a phrasing demo where you can hear my take on the tunes. There's written samples from the lesson itself, and of course there's a video lesson on the tune. And and there's play along track too, so you get all kinds of stuff. And they're available in 3 lesson sets at a discounted price, or you can purchase them individually. And again, we're not really working at playing the melodies in these lessons. We're just learning how to solo on them. And I'll try to give you a little bit of a different approach on each lesson. I try to tailor the approach in each Quick Tunes lesson to the specific tune, the chord progression, etc. that we're working on. And I try not to make them too advanced. I like to make them accessible for people that have good basic improvisation skills. And then we might end up talking about some advanced concepts in some of the lessons, but most of them start fairly basic and work into those more advanced concepts, if there are advanced concepts on them. Now, like on Sugar, I give you ideas for those those tricky little turns that are in the melody. Of course, we don't work the melody out per se, but I give you some exercises and show you how to work at the melody. And I give you some ideas based on the minor pentatonic for that particular tune. Now, you just heard a bit of the phrasing demo from the Autumn Leaves lesson, and let me just give you a few samples from each of the lessons real quick. So stay tuned, check out these samples, then remember you can visit beginningsax.com to purchase these lessons, or you can go to randyhunterjazz.vhx.tv and subscribe to my complete lesson series. Okay? Talk to you soon. To C7 for now, and we'll get a little bit more chordal specific, remember, in just a little bit. For now, we're going to play that in A harmonic minor, in A minor. Then our last 4 bars starts out with that F major chord and goes straight into the A harmonic minor again, or the A minor. So, even on the F major chord there, we can still stay with the A harmonic minor scale for the purposes of our tonal center playing. So just on a quick recap, C major for 4 bars, A minor for 4 bars. That's A section 1. A section 2, C major for 4 bars, A minor for 4 bars. Okay? Bridge, A minor for 4 bars, C major for 4 bars. Final section, the C section, we have A minor for 4 bars and A minor for 4 bars. Let's put on the play along track, and let me demonstrate the sound of these tonalities to you. Then later on in the practice room, you can take it and work with it on your own. Okay? So remember, you've got the track and everything, and I'll be back after I play for you in the tonal centers, and we'll get a little more chordal specific. So you see you can get some pretty effective sounds just playing in the tonal center, particularly when you add the color of the harmonic minor scale. Now, let's take a look at these chords in Autumn Leaves a little bit more in depth. I know that a moment ago, so I wanted to approach this tune a few different ways because I know we've got players that check out these lessons that are at fairly early stages of learning to improvise. We've got intermediate players and advanced players. So I really wanted to kind of get maybe 3 different approaches to playing this tune. The first approach is a very melody-based approach. Now, you know, in many of these quick tunes lessons, I tell you how important it is that you keep the melody in the backdrop of your consciousness. In this tune, you can really base a solo largely around the melody. You know, the melody is, we're in the key of C on tenor saxophone, B flat concert, G on alto saxophone. It's really largely based around that home scale. So on tenor, it's based, here's your C major scale. First phrase on the melody. There's that C major scale right in there. Second phrase. But I've still got the melody in mind, and I'm still basing my ideas around the melody. That's your number 1 approach to playing this tune, your first approach anyway. Okay, check this out. So we've got the C that turns to the alternate D I just showed you. And now we're to the A. It'll turn to the B flat. So the exercise again. Situations where maybe you might want to use the minor pentatonic, but you know, the minor pentatonic and blues scale are very much the same thing with the addition of the flat 5 on the blues scale. So as long as you're using the flat 5 en route to either the 5, so there you heard me, en route to the 5 or en route downward to the 4. D, C, A flat, G. You know that works up high. Those are kind of Stanley Turrentine-ish sort of sounds, you know. Turrentine would use that flat 5 a lot. He'd use the minor pentatonic, the blues scale. You'd hear a lot of those sounds. So